Hello and welcome back to FS22 Riverview. It's been a while since I played Farm Sim in general, and definitely a long time since I last played this save, so we might get some lag spikes, but it'll be fine. I do believe the last time I was on here I'd done all the crops, and I believe all of them were fine. Did we have cows? I don't think we had any animals actually, did we? We had chickens and we had sheep. Okay. Good to know. Now are they? They've got plenty of food. More than enough food to keep them all going. Right. Well, fields. Okay, so we're growing wheat. That's good to know. Right, and grass is growing. Usually harvested. Oh, yeah, we had a weed problem, didn't we? Which I fixed. So these are going to be pretty bad. According to these, they need rolling, but I did roll a section. I'll show you. I rolled a section here, and it's still coming up saying that they need rolling. Where are we? Over yonder. There. So we did roll this section, but it's still saying, yeah, it needs rolling. So I was like, you know what? We ain't going to roll anymore. So instead we're... Oh, I thought that door was half open. Say we got a broken shed. And we're going to do some contracts because there's nothing that we can do on the field. So silage, we'll accept you. And more silage, yes. More silage. Nope, we definitely aren't doing hay. I'll do that one. Hey Nicholson, how are you? That was tedding, wasn't it? That's tedding. That's more silage. Absolutely, silage all the way. And that one. Yeah. All good. So 2 tedding ones can remain. Could do fertilizing, but field, what, 36 and 38? Maybe another time. Let's go and find a tractor. Glass or Massey? Well, we'll take the Massey. Looks like it was our... Oh, of course. There we go. Fix that. Can I? I'm good tonight. Awesome. My game's decided that. There we go. As it decided to load in the shaders and everything. Yeah, I expected lag coming into the tractor. And to go loading all the shaders that from the previous patch. Nice map. Thank you. Ooh, boy. Maybe I shouldn't drive in cab just yet, huh? I want to go forward, not back. It's been a while since I last played, so the patch that dropped for Farm Sim, I haven't loaded the shaders in, so there's all that. Right, which fields have we got to go to? Any near us? It isn't going to work for here, is it? For the map. So used to medieval dynasty. Hey CBW, how are you, bud? So we got 5. Did we do anything with that field? 18? I think it's ready for harvest. Oh, okay, well, we got that field that we can sort out at some point. Go back there. These 3, 4, 5. So pretty much all the grass fields need doing. That's ours anyway. That's ready for harvesting. Wow. Hey Nimrod. Um, oh yeah, I bought that for the sheep, didn't I? I was trying to work out the last time I played this. I don't think I owned that field. I think I bought that one for the sheep, and this one was going to be for the cows. When I got the money to buy some cows, I really enjoy Ebony Island. I'm glad you enjoy Ebony Island. It was a toss between which map do I want to play. Ebony, Maypole, Riverview. It's like, you know what, I've got Riverview going, so why don't I just carry on there? It's a map I always tend to not play. I played it so much back when in 11, 13 and 15, and then we done it in multiplayer in 17 that it was like, do I want to play it? But I never played it single player. And I watch people playing it and it's like, you should do Riverview again. You might enjoy it more now. Nice to see you back on the farms. It's nice to be back on the farms. The medieval dynasty bug is starting to wear off now, especially since the last mission that came up goes, dude, we need 1,000 logs so we can put a palisade wall around this village to stop the wolf attacks. So I go off and start cutting all these logs going, geez, I'm going to deforest this map. 1,000 logs? And 400 and odd logs in, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to drop these off, see if he'll take this load and then I can come back and get more. I go over to him, I talk to him and he goes, oh yeah, about that mission? Yeah, I was kind of joking. Dude, you what? I should have clicked on. You're a prankster, and I didn't. Yeah, so I walked straight into that one. Yeah, and Nick is doing a great job on his organic farming on Ebony. Yeah, I've been watching. I haven't watched the last 2 episodes. I've got them to watch. But yeah, I have been watching. I've been watching and Farmer Min and Mouse doing their play on Ebony as well. I've been paying attention. Just I decided to take a little break from Farm Sim the past week or two just to get it out of my system, and I found myself in the editor today, and I'm like, oh, I'm starting to feel ready to make another map. I might try out Riverview maps later tonight. It's bigger fields for definite, like this one. This is a monster of a field. 32. Yeah, and 40. 40's got a hill in the middle of it. That can be. Hey David, that one can be quite harsh on equipment. This back in 17 was one field. The whole of that was one field. We tried out the big bud on there. Was it 17? I think it was 17 when I made it 19 when I converted it into 4 fields because of how big it was. But I think it was 17 we tried the big bud out on there, and the Amazon sprayer, the self-propelled one. And I was like, I'm never doing that field again. I thought 32 was bad. Well, it wasn't 32 at that point because additional fields, because this used to be one field up here as well. And I think that used to be one field. And I decided to break them all up and make them, and they're decent sized fields as it is. Right, anyway, so should we go mow? We go 5 and then work our way. See. Maybe if we go 5, and then we can take the long route round to do 39 doesn't need doing. No. So if we do 5, 30 all the way back up, do 45, 8 and 7, 49 down to 33, then get the baling equipment out. Go around bailing them all and then go and collect the bales. I think that'll work. And maybe slow game speed down would be a good idea. No, don't go in, gone in cab. Let the shaders load in before you go in cab. Right, yeah, the select working with speed. Is that a thing? What mod have I got that's adding now and then? Work mode. Oh, work mode, not working speed, I was going to say. I don't have any speed mods in. I like cow pasture on Ebony Island map. Which cow pasture is that one? Because they're the big one, or the one that holds 2,000 cows, or or the actual cow pasture, open pasture ones. Because I got confused when I was putting Ebony together because I'd never used the open pastures, and I should have clicked on. I put the slurry pits down, or the slurry tanks down, the manure tanks, the sent it off for testing with people, and people like, how come I can't? You know, we're not getting any slurry, and we can't put straw in, so we're not getting manure. You should be, you know. I don't see why you wouldn't. Oh wait, no, we don't want you on widespread. What's the button for changing that? I don't want widespread, I want gold lower, GPU, passenger seat, don't want to change any of that. Is it Y? Or do I have to have you turned on? The open pastures. Y. Not Y. Y doesn't do it. Turn mowers on. Lift mowers. Control Y maybe. Yes, good. Wide swath dropping. There we go. Like the open pastures. Yeah. I was like, should I do open pastures and give people the chance to go, well, that farm up there is my dairy farm, because you know you can give them the manure, get slurry off them, and the open pastures would be more focused around beef farm. But then obviously you can also get milk from them, so you can have your dairies in there. You just won't get any of the produce other than milk. But yeah, I remember when this one used to be an arable field. This was a nightmare to work. Horseplay hated this field when it was an arable field. Really did. But that's the reason I made it a grass field. Anyway, how are you all been? Hopefully everybody's doing well, and hopefully you're all ready for Christmas. Or very close to being ready for Christmas if you're not. Oh, hello. When did you get placed there? That's not inconvenient at all, is it? It's definitely something I would do, though. A tree right there. And again, makes sense. All these trees down this side as well. Yeah. One thing I was going to look at doing on these Maypole and Riverview being such old maps now was redoing the road systems, so you didn't have that up and down. You had a more flowing up and down sections to them. It's like on Ebony where you do actually have you go up a hill and it's not a bounce up a hill. It's a nice gentle climb. Depending on, you know, your tractor, of course. Right, can we go in cab now? You're going to freak out. No? Okay. Maybe it'll be quicker to load in all the shaders whilst in cab. I've increased some of my game settings as well, like the mirrors and whatnot. Probably wasn't a good idea. I should have maybe run around the map first. Then loaded them all in. It'll be fine. I was just sick of the flickering trees, and this one person put, well, this is the settings I'm using and I'm not having any flickering. I'm like, well, let's try them settings, and then I never played Farm Sim. I just changed the settings and then closed the game, as you do. And because I hate the autumn flickering. Definitely even worse on multiplayer when that happens. Nice, calm and relaxed people over there at the village. Noticed I've done 2 maps now that I've got small islands. This one has a small island over there, and Ebony has its own small island, but is not a village island. But I'm thinking the next map I do is going to be more open. No hedges around the fields, more of an open kind of feel to it, like base game kind of maps have, and go completely different from my build style. But with multiple farms on there. Because I've done 3 maps now where you've got hedges that you can cut away, so I'm thinking go completely different. Come out of my comfort zone and go in with something totally different, and have it so they drive on the right hand side of the road. So then it's more open as to where it could be. And just put it as a fictional map, not based in any country, and then it's up to the player as to where in the world that actually is located. The player's imagination take effect then, more so. Love to know what mod I've got that tells me at the top what maybe, because I have been keeping an eye on the mods that I've been dropping, but I haven't, and adding what I like the look of, but because I haven't been playing, I don't know what mods I've added that actually does that. Not that it's a big deal. At least I know what mode it's in. And I know originally I was going to put Maize Plus on here, and but 10 times required feed type food. That kind of put me off. I want to do farming, not just animal care. I do believe we've got a bit ahead that we still need to mow. Just a very small little strip right there. Let's lift up. They did. Okay, good. have to be careful what buttons I push on my keyboard as well, as I found out last night when I was streaming with Farmer Dad, and I pushed a button that ended my stream and I didn't know, so I had to restart my stream. By the time I realised and restarted my stream, it had actually ended, rather than waiting for reconnection. So I did enjoy that last night. Satisfactory is a game we haven't played. I played it, but not much. And the last time we really played it was when it first, just before it was going to come out, when it was in early access. I think some people got the code and for it, and then, or it was a demo, I can't remember, on Epic. And we jumped on and had a game, and I think we'd done everything that was available in that build to do, and then it was like, yeah, okay, move on. And we never touched the game again. Until recently, for me anyway. So yeah, if we go around, mow all the fields, and then go around baling them all. We should get a nice amount of bales that we'll be able to keep ourselves as well. It's always a good thing. Yep, they're down, good. So I've got 4 maps that I'm looking at maybe making. Got a lot of baling contracts on Ebony. And Ebony's I never realised how many grass contracts are actually on Ebony. There is actually quite a few. Actually, I think I still had grass over that side, didn't I? And I've just folded all this away. Pretty sure I did. Yeah, I had that little patch there. Oops. Let's unfold you again. I like mowing. Definitely a nice way of relaxing. Mowing and baling. It's a round baler, I believe I've got. So I've got a script thanks to Farmer Dad for that. Means that I works like the fast baler where it'll automatically stop and unload the bale and then move on. I've got a mod script for that, so makes life a bit easier with the baler, especially when you're streaming, because it's so easy to lose focus and go over and then have to back up and unload and then carry on. Let's go in cab. Doesn't matter what time of day you come here, to get off that bridge, there's always a car there. Always. It's like they queue up and go, yeah, he's on his way. Let's stop him. I'm doing a survival series on Ebony Island. Baling contracts help to build up my farm. They definitely do. You get quite a lot of bales back doing them as well. So they're definitely worth, because it's organic farming you're doing, isn't it? Which is a nice new take. That tree's a bit close to the field, isn't it? Oh. We'll be fine. We can, yep, we can make up the bits that we've missed. We've had to avoid trees by just harvesting, or mowing even, not harvesting. A little bit over the field edge, where we can. Get that extra bit of grass for us. I don't know what mods you've got in there, and I don't know what mods I've got in this on this save either. But what's your long-term plan? Is it map domination or to own one of the islands? Just play, have fun and see how far you can get. That's quite a big field as well. 32 over there. Oof. Good luck with that one. Luckily that one isn't a grass field. Although if that came up as a contract for wheat or a grain crop, I'd probably do it. And get I think I've got the ability to pick up straw from missions, so I'd probably do it just so I could get the straw bales, because I'm definitely going to need the straw. They just FS22 for fun. Best way to play it. Best way to play it. just calm, relaxed, and enjoy. No, no expectations or demands. Have enough of that in real life. We don't need it in a game as well. Or we don't need to impose that on ourselves in a game, I should say. The good news is Ebony's map update is with Giants. It's been with Giants for a while, actually. It's now in console testing, so if, fingers crossed, if it goes all well, the map update could drop tomorrow. It fixes collectibles that you couldn't collect, and fixes some floating collectibles. Nothing game breaking, and apart from the collectibles, if you consider them game breaking, is save game compatible. However, any hedges or trees that you've cut away, they will come back. That's just a warning on that one. Changes some of the houses to different types. Now, when I say save game compatible, around the houses where I've changed the houses, you'll have foliage that won't be there, textures that might look different. Unfortunately, them would require a new game. But you don't. If you're not bothered about going into people's gardens, then nobody's going to see that, and you're not going to be bothered by that. But other than that, fixes textures with the dark green sheds, because they're not meant to be that dark. When I done them, I'd added, thanks to Missy B explaining how, I'd added the ability for roofs to go like a frosted colour when it snowed, when it was winter, or when it was snowing, and the normal map texture that was in use wasn't correct, and so when the roofs went white, it was, if you went inside the shed, the roof itself inside was white, but the top of the roof outside was normal green, was its dark green. So that's all fixed now. You haven't cut any trees down yet? Well, that's perfect. Go away, bird. You're not landing in this pasture. Not yet. Or grass field. Later on you can. Why am I going this way? This is going to take forever doing it this way, isn't it? Going the shortest possible route. Actually, we'll go the longer route. To me, that's bailing, so it's not going to annoy anybody. Wonder why my lighters always die on me. My cigarette keeps going out. Do you have a Discord? I do. If you click my About section in YouTube, it's there, and at the very top of my YouTube profile page, or main homepage, in the banner, you'll see the links for Discord, or the link for Discord in there. You're more than welcome to join. So which farm did you... well, not which farm did you go with, but which farms are you thinking about? Or is it just you're going to have one farm and play from that central farm? Or you just winging it and just go with it as, just, as you said, have fun. What happens as you're playing. Now, one thing, when it starts getting dark, I will go and sleep, because it gets dark on these maps because of the relight mod. Although if you wait long enough, when the moon's high up in the sky, not cloudy, pretty light, you can see pretty much easily. But for YouTube's sake, it'd be easier if I slept, because YouTube doesn't like nighttime. Oh. Almost 11 o'clock already. Wow. Time is literally flying today. See, I wasn't going to stream today. I was going to watch the movie Taken. I've never watched it. Never watched it with Liam Neeson. And I've been told, oh, it's a really good movie, you should watch it. And there's 3 of them out. And I'm like, really? Okay. So I watched somebody who had done first impressions of it, watching it. And I'm like, actually, this looks like it could be my kind of movie. I'm planning on having 2 farms and a little bit of a story. Awesome. I do like a good story. Adds much more to it. I got a friend who said that he never plays a map unless there's a village on the map, because then he can make a story from it when there's no village there. He finds it difficult to come up with any kind of story, and sadly he doesn't make videos anymore. But his name's Rifi. He's in my about channels as well. He hasn't done a video for quite a while now, a few years I think it is. He retired from doing it and just wants to play the game and enjoy it. But he always said how much he loved this map, which is always nice to hear. This is where it all began for me, in making maps. So it makes sense to be playing this map than any of my other 2 maps, or either of my other 2 maps. Maybe play them in the order that I released them, or made them even. I've been watching Farm Sim Snowy. Yeah, he's good at making stories as well. He done him and I can't remember who it was now. Him and another person did a little story on this map, competing against each other. That was funny. And he does good map reviews as well. I really like his reviews on not just maps, but on mods, on everything. He's really good at it. Mr. Sealy P are my go-to people for watching reviews. So I was hinted at about giving the map early access to Farm Sim Snowy, and in any future projects. So I'll be taking that offer up from that person. I like all your maps. Thank you. Slow. Sneaking in there. How are you, Slow? think if I had to pick which map was probably my best map, I would have to go with probably this one. ECGD. How are you? I'd probably have to go with this one because of it being my first, where it all began for me. And because when I was modding, I was always trying to, I'd watch people doing a video, and if I saw a texture out of place, it'd be straight into GE fixing it. I hate broken things, and so it bugs me when somebody goes, oh, this isn't working. I have to fix it. I don't like half-finished projects. If I'm putting something out there, I want it to be the best that I can make it. Not it doesn't matter about that little bit. I don't want to go put a mod out there and then go, yeah, it's finished, and then and something's broken on it and people have to work around whatever's broken. I hate that. I'm good, pal. Awesome. I'm not bad, thanks. Hope you're well. I'm good, thanks. Good that I'm back on farm sim. I needed a break from it, and now sorry, Carl. You can go, don't worry. It was only a little scratch. Ooh. That would have been almost a dent. Maybe I should go in first person driving along the road. Now we've got to go up the twisty section of the road, up into the hills, the centre of the map. Do a few grass fields there, thank you, shaders. Appreciated. Can you stop now and just have them loaded in already? Yep, so we might, I'm not going to say for definite if we are, but we might, when I joined the group that I'm with, the Monkey Show, they had what they called a Farm Sim Sunday. And that's not a thing anymore, so I put it out there that maybe we should bring it back, in which he's an open lobby basically for people who are members of the Discord to come in and play. It's not just all of us. As long as they don't mess around, we're all good. Ain't gonna work, is it? I need to unfold it first. Would help. Can we unfold? Thank you. I've just realised the button for unfolding everything is my start button on the stream. That ain't good. I might have to change that. Can we lower that, please? Thank you. Pushing the button, nothing's happening. Got to run. It's supper time for me. Supper time for me. Awesome stream. Take care. Happy holidays. And yourself, bud. And thank you for dropping in. It's much appreciated. So yeah, I'll have to change my key binding for starting the stream, I think. Use the hell out of OBS. Like, yeah, your stream's already running. Why you keep trying to start it for? Such a nice view. Not such a nice tree, though. I like it up here. Nice and nice views from up here. If I was going to make my own farm, this is probably where I'd look at making one. Probably buy one of those grass fields, or maybe even, no, not this one, probably one of the more central fields where I've got more room. I'm not going to do that, but that's probably what I would do. Although the ground would need levelling out. Those trees are very low. If I ever buy these fields, those trees will have to die. Just thought I could have had cosplay doing these, couldn't I? And then been going around maybe that's what I'll do. Get cosplay some more, and I'll go around baling. Because I've got plenty of fields now to be baling while cosplay's doing the other fields for me. I'd have to turn traffic off, wouldn't I, for the AI to be able to drive between fields. Because we know how the AI and hired helpers are at driving. They do like to meet each other halfway. Come on, you've got the power. Maybe that little kink will start straightening out soon enough. Although, we got quite a few little kinks. It's all good. I don't use GPS. I don't know how to use GPS of my kind of thing. People keep telling me how to use GPS. It's like, yeah, you realise I'll never use it, so... But then, you know, I never used to use cosplay either, and then one day I used cosplay and it was like, yeah, I should use cosplay more often. So, GPS is probably going to be the same. Until I actually use it, I won't appreciate it for what it is. Well, I think on this one I'm just going to go for map domination, and then I will start spending the millions that I will hopefully make on leveling terrain, like the mountains. once I've deforested them. Forestry is definitely not one of my key things. I hate forestry. Can't stand working with trees, but it'll be a winter projects that I will do them. Not for a while though, because I won't have the money for it just yet. And because I've got the mod in for crop rotations, so I need to I need to get some more arable fields at some point and start doing crop rotation. Have the ones that I've got right now as they are, wheat for next season, and have all them as soybean or canola, corn, something, or a mixture of them, and then then have a few other fields that are wheat for that year, and that way I get a better yield off the fields because of the rotations. I can swap them out each season then. Now I find really funny right now. Normally the kids eat all of the we have biscuits, chocolate, everything. Normally I can't get any because the kids have eaten them all. And right now I've got a pack of cookies, a pack of digestives, and a pack of chocolate all in here, and none of the kids have stolen. Normally I come in here and it's like, oh, it's all gone. Typical. I'd got them all out in preparation for watching a movie tonight. I'd bought Taken 1 on Amazon Prime, so I could watch it. And here I am streaming instead. My plans change, huh? I'll only be doing a couple of hours anyway. I've got to be up early in the morning, so I've got, what, just over an hour left before I'll end. And then probably tomorrow afternoon I will, while the young one's asleep, I'll probably watch Taken then. Right, next field, which is next door to us. Sorry, but I can't help how wide my tractor is. Whoa, why did we roll back? Yeah, I know I need to own the land. It's all good. These are really steep climb into here. I know which way I'm mowing this. It might take a bit longer. Even though I said I was going to get AI to start doing these for me. I know which way I'm going to mow these, and it'll be left to right or up and down as we're facing right now. I can't remember, does the swath have to be within the field boundaries for you to be able to pick it up with a baler when it's a contract? I think it does, doesn't it? Or have they changed that now? We'll find out. It'll all be good. Do another loop, and then yeah, because I definitely do not want to be mowing like this up and down that way. Mm. And I could have leased actually the big M, couldn't I? Got rid of these mows and just had the big M. Maybe something to consider. Although when I first started this series, I think I'm pretty sure I'd said that I was going to, I'd put rules in place as to what I could and couldn't do. And I think one of them was, unless it's on the second-hand market, I couldn't buy it. And I couldn't rent. I believe that was my rule. But we're going to just play it and have fun. Forget the rules. Just enjoy it. Have it so I lease it and lease it to buy. Maybe better way to go around it. We'll put the lights on for the sake of the stream. Looking at it, it's gone quite dark for you guys. Sorry about that. I wonder when Giants are going on their Christmas holiday, or their Christmas holidays will start even, and how long they'll be gone for. So I heard last year, they was gone for a while. But because I wasn't using ModHub, uploading mods on ModHub or downloading loads of mods, I didn't really pay any attention to mods coming out or whatever. So I was oblivious to all of that. Well, this is an interesting way of doing it, isn't it? I think we'll have to fix this up soon. I know exactly how I'm going to do that, but not right now. I will Off, sorry. It's a short visit. Keep up the good work. Brilliant stream. Thank you, bud. Don't worry, Slow. You, real life, you know, always comes first. But much appreciated you dropping in. You take care. And hopefully get to see you again soon. Have a good one. And sure, I've got cosplay in. Okay. We'll see how how cosplay does the next field while we bail up field 5. Will do. Awesome. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. I thought we'd end up with quite a big area that we'd have to go and mow, but it's not. Ended up with a very small patch of grass. Oh. Next field is... What is the next field? Okay, 47. So all the way around. Okay. Don't know why I right-clicked for. Fine. If bumpy. Probably shouldn't be driving all over the windrows, but it's fine. It's a game. The old entrance should just be here. Yep, there it is. Excellent. Right, let's see how you do AI. Let's see if you cock this up. I want you to do, yes, multiple tools. Do 3 headlands, hadn't you? Start working on the headlands first. Down. Skip rows, none. I'll set you to 10. And generate that. And we want you to do first waypoint. And go, have fun. See how you get on. Okay, right, what's this one? No, we don't want you. Yes, you'll do. You can do our bailing. Should we sleep while we're here? Because we'll have to come back at some point anyway. Probably advisable, isn't it? Let's do that. Yeah, I'll have to do something with them eggs at some point. But we're saving them for winter, so we have something to do in the winter. At 8 o'clock, that sounds like a perfect time to wake up. Going. Mm. Nice wheat fields all growing. Excellent. If I ever get the money, I'm going to buy that big field. I'll make a... That'll be a very good field for us. The amount of straw that we'll pick up off that field. Right, here we are. Home sweet home. Lower that. Very good. Let's go. Big cab. Much more relaxed doing it this way. We're going to get a lot of bales, aren't we? I don't even know what I've set these bales to, actually. I think we should check that. And they are set to 129? 129? It was 128. No, they're set to 150. Oh, we're not dropping the bales? Oh, sorry, my bad. There you go. Wondered why we couldn't go any further. Sitting there going, we're not moving. Why aren't we moving? Buying just a gazillion bales to pick up at the end of it all. Don't have a problem with that. I do wish though. Was it 17 that did it? Grass fields actually looked green. So it was hard to tell the difference between a non-grass field and the just a normal, the edge of the field. I think it wasn't it? 17, maybe even 19 had that. Now the fields are so much easier to see. Or the boundaries of a field even. Yeah, we'll definitely end up with quite a few bales at the end of all of this. Fine. I don't even know where we're taking it all, but it'll be okay. Hopefully we're taking it all to the same place. Because then I can empty one field, and when one contract's complete, any bales left in that field will go on towards the next contract. And by the end of it, we could end up with one field that's completely rammed with bales that are all ours. Look, there's some deer just feeding on the grass over there. Not bothered by us driving by now. Definitely not like Call of the Wild then, huh? You can go on your ATV and 3 miles away they can hear you coming. Or even over that. Ain't that interesting? It missed that patch when it was mowing. And the patch ahead. Wonder why that is. I should have had a bale pusher, shouldn't I? Should have picked up a bale pusher. It'll be fine. I'm sure we can push the bales out the way, hit them at the right, catch them at the right angle. Use our front wheels just to nudge them out of the way. If any are in our way. Probably will be. But wonder how he's getting on with that other field. We'll find out soon enough. When we go up after this field. No, we've got a different field, haven't we? So we won't find out. It'll be a while before we find out how we got on. Probably won't find out in this stream anyway. But you never know. See how much we can get done in 45 minutes. Hey, Mr. Farquhar. How are you today, bud? Hey, Wick. Wiki Farm. Or Farms, even. How are you guys today? It's been going quite fast today. Much faster than than it did yesterday, anyway. We're just on Riverview, just doing some contracts, some baling contracts. Try and make some money. Get some silage bales that we can store ready for when we start working with cows. Or start getting our dairy cows going even. And I'm pretty sure we've got quite a few hay bales already for the sheep that we've got. I'm good, fella. Yourself? I'm good, thanks. I'm enjoying playing Farm Sim again. I've had my break now. Now, rather than work on maps, I'm just going to play the game for a bit. You're lucky this isn't Call of the Wild. I'd have definitely jumped out the tractor and shot you both. No, I'm not running Maze Plus. No, I know how dangerous that is. I'd need a gazillion pastures to be able to, or grass fields to be able to maintain the amount of cows that I'm planning on having. No, I couldn't do that. I've seen the headache that you've been having in your series. You like to enjoy my work, and then time to enjoy your work. Absolutely. You need to take time, don't you, and just enjoy it for what it is. And it gives me just a chance to go over more testing, you know. Pick faults with my own work and go, well, that isn't how that's meant to be. I should fix that. Now, in all fairness, Maypole and Riverview are now done. Both final updates have dropped. Riverview, Ebony Island, when that one drops, that will be its final update. I'm doing a 28-day Ebony Island. Ooh, wow. Nice. I don't think I've seen anybody do a long months per season. I think the longest I've seen is 3 days. I was planning on doing 7. So 1 day per week equals 1 month. But I decided to go with 3. Because I was going to play it 3 times originally, but because of streaming it, I decided I'll go 1 game speed. Because I don't want to be back and forth going to sleep because nighttime and YouTube, you know. We know how YouTube likes to encode dark screens. It's not very nice. Which is the reason why I put so many days on my Medieval Dynasty per season. So then I could actually sleep and always keep it daylight for YouTube. I might get sick of it, lol, but I'm doing it. I'm doing a take over the world run on it. Awesome. Well, there's plenty of things that you could be doing now, isn't there, contract-wise? And then you've got the forestry that you could get your hands into when you've got some downtime. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, you might come back and go, you know, them 28 days per month I was doing. I wish I could have them all. Got them under control a bit now. The 250 dairy cows make 200,000 a day, as long as they are fully fed. Oof! Wow. That's is that 200,000 litres of milk, or is that 200,000 pound? I'm guessing that's milk. Which is a lot of milk. But if that's 200,000 pound, then that's even more milk than what, you know, that's crazy. But I like it. I like crazy. I can't remember if you'd said that. I always think long seasons sound good, but it's always having something to do. That's £200,000. Wow. So that's even more. That's not 200,000 litres of milk. That's over 500,000 litres of milk that you're making. I think we should pick these bits up that I missed over here, shouldn't I? Be a good thing. Every little bit helps. It took a year of the money to get them to start making money. Oof. But now you've got them in line. It's all hopefully up and running perfectly fine now. You'll be able to just sit back, relax, enjoy the cash, and expand your lands as you need to. Are you going to stick at the 250 cows, or you plan on getting more at some point? Because I'm guessing you've put that mod in that allows you to have increased offspring. I know I've got that one on this one, so I can end up with, where is it, sheep? You can have 2 or 3 at 20, no, 10%, 5%, 10% chance with sheep. You can have an additional offspring or 2. Chickens, isn't it? That's 20%. Chickens and pigs. That you can have additional offspring between 1 and 8, 1 and 9, something like that. And then of course they can die, which definitely adds more to looking at your animals and going, right, you're a bit too old, I think I should sell you and before you pass away. Somebody pointed a video out on YouTube to me today about the largest cow in the world, and the guy stood in front of the cow and the cow's taller than the guy, and I'm like, wow, is that real? That can't be real. That's just gotta be, you know, a thumbnail just to get you a clickbait thumbnail thing. Well, it's actually real. Kinda crazy. I did drop the sale price down a little, as it was close to 230,000. I might risk trying to increase again, as it was 500 dairy, 100 beef when I first introduced Maize Plus. Yeah, I think with if you've got because you've now got a lot of grass fields all merged together, you've definitely got a lot more grass now, and you're understanding Maize Plus a lot more. So I think you probably could pull it off, slowly increase and see how it goes. I like that mod, but I have problems for maxing out the pens whenever I buy a pen. LOL. I like it. I like the fact that you can enable or disable the ability to auto sell your animals. I like it for the fact that you can have that if you don't want to go and sell your animals manually. Even though you could just run up and go click on the drop-off zone and sell them directly there, and pay the fee for them picking them up. But I'm worried about, will it sell young cattle as well, or young animals as well, or is it's set to only sell animals after they're a certain age? I haven't looked at the script of how that works. I'll probably manually be selling my animals. Gives me something to do in winter time. because the more I can do where I'm not having to cut down a tree, the better. Oh, auto sale, I like that. Maybe I will take a closer look. Plus, I heard they die also, which I'm missing 19. Yeah, yeah. I think it's quite a long time. I don't know about. I can't remember what it was for chickens and that. I wish they made it that they'd also stop producing at a certain age. So I think cows is like 500 months, something like that. But it'd be nice if they stopped producing milk at say 400 months. If they died at 500 months, so therefore from 400 months you've got 100 months where you've got plenty of time to go, right, well, you're of no use to me now. You only produce slurry and manure, so I may as well sell you. And then they've got I remember if it was a 2 or 5% chance of dying from a certain age. And the older they get, the higher that chance goes up. Definitely a needed mod in Farm Sim. And I get why Giants won't have something like that on console, but gotta get with the times. I mean, PG for us growing up as kids, he's not PG today. He's at the extended animal something. Yeah, the standard. I can't remember the name of it. Old. Well, I'll just end up owning the map, and it's the big beef and potato harvest that are the hard work now. Animal management is a good addition, but that's the animal management. But yeah, animals do go dry and stop reproducing. Would be nice. Yeah, definitely would be nice. I remember somebody saying that chickens, base game, no mods, just base game chickens would stop producing eggs at a certain age, and I was so excited when I heard that. And then when I was told no, that isn't true, it's like, oh, well, there you go. You just broke my my appetite for playing the game now. You just burst my bubble. Thanks. I'm going to put my dummy in my mouth now and go and sulk in the corner. Thanks, Giants, for not giving us that feature. We got all the grass from up there, didn't we? I hope we did. Well, let's turn now so we can actually get down the other end of the field a bit quicker. Pick up the bits that we missed over yonder. Oh, by the way, Farquhar, thank you for your words of doo-doo. I find myself saying that word a lot more than I used to. I was playing Call of the Wild and with the guys the other day, and I was like, yeah, let's go and do that. And I'm like, why did I say that? But thank you. One thing I like about this particular script, it slows you down, so it automatically stops you. You can keep your foot on the pedal and just go forward. It will automatically stop, unload and everything, but when it's at this point, it's a crawl. It's such a Norfolk thing. My my nan was from the north, from Darlington way, and she'd lived down where we are now, down south, for I think she was late teens, like 19 or so, early 20s, and you'd phone up her mom and dad and speak to them daily, and whenever she phoned, there was like, you definitely do not sound like us anymore. You haven't got our accent. But me growing up, I'd hear my nan speak. We do things. Yeah, we do things. You do things, yeah. It's the do. You've got to do the things. Otherwise the things never get done. What did I do there? I press Control B to turn everything off. I'm not using mowers right now, am I? It just ain't gonna work. Right, off to the next field we go. Going first person. And this one isn't such a big field, luckily. Although we have got a few big fields to do. I can't remember if you said if you'd added. I think you have, haven't you? Now you've got the Maize Plus barns in place now, haven't you? Which sure you said you had. I know that is you do though, don't you? And the negative after the positive is wrong, but makes sense, especially around these parts. uh, yeah, my nan's was Iman. That was a popular word, and growing up when we'd go to my nan and granddad's in Darlington, which we did once a year, sometimes twice a year, definitely during the summertime. And it'd be, would you like a sandwich? Yeah, please. And it'd be cheese and jam sandwiches. My partner, when I went, I'm going to have a cheese and jam sandwich, and she went, "You're going to have a what?" I'm like, "Don't knock it until you tried it." And she tried it, and she was like, "Oh, that's vile." I love it. I know, but yeah. And Nan was like, "Well, that was something that they used to have growing up as kids in where she was from." Is it? Okay, no wonder I was always offered it when we went there. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Still do. And the daughter, I made a sandwich for the daughter the same, and she bit into it, and she's like, "No, I don't like that one." But no, but you'll sit there with a crisp and a piece of chocolate, and then combine them and eat them together, won't you? You know, or you'll dip a biscuit in gravy and eat that. And she's like, "Yeah, but I just mess around. I just like to see what your response is." And is that your excuse for doing that? But you sit there carrying on eating it, even though, you know, normally the response is do it once, not finish the whole pot of gravy off. I'll just buy a Marmite one day and put it on toast and go, "There you go. Some jam on toast, you should try that." See what her response is then. Then again, knowing my luck, she'd enjoy it. And then I'll end up having to buy it. Like, yeah, but they use that stuff for making roads, fixing the roads. Oil. Acquired taste for deafener. And I don't have that acquired taste. You love them, I might. Ugh. Wow. Well, my ex used to love Marmite. Marmite on toast. I can't stand the smell of it, let alone. I tried it once, never again. Never again. Then again, it's like one time I wouldn't eat chocolate. couldn't stand chocolate bars or anything like that, but I'd happily go out and buy a milkshake that was chocolate flavour. And it had to be the Fuji milkshake, it has to be the thick milkshake. Marmite peanut butter and lettuce sandwich. See, that's a breaking the flavour up and making it, that's different to pure Marmite on toast or whatever you have it on. And my ex would eat off the spoon, and it's like, no, just no. No, no, definitely no. But you're breaking the taste up, adding different flavours in there. It'd probably be different then, probably would taste nice, but with just pure Marmite or Marmite straight on bread or toast, no. We can see how many bales we've made in this session, can't we? Because we're not online. That would be in, yeah. Bales produced total is 128. Okay, we doesn't tell us. Oh, because it's a contract, so it doesn't tell us how many bales we've made. Didn't know that. I finally loaded up my first ever game now, started on Elm Creek today, and got the achievement for the 1 year achievement. I'm dirty, I'd put Marmite on pretty much anything savory. Um, well, my partner worked, I should say, in a care home until it closed down last week before last week. And she said there was a woman in there who had to have ketchup with everything. Didn't matter what she was having to eat, even if it had gravy on it, it was a full roast dinner, she'd still put ketchup on it. My cousin's girlfriend puts what is it, barbecue sauce, something like that, with everything that she has. And it's like, no. Mm. And don't get me wrong, I'll try anything once. I will try anything once. I think you have to. You haven't lived unless you've tried different things or willing to try different things. You have to experience it to know if you like it or dislike it. But yeah, some of the things that she puts different things with, I don't think I could do that. Let's not drop that bale just yet, please. Now you can drop the bale. No, you don't want to drop the bale. Oh, I picked up there. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed V instead of Z. Yeah, now you can drop there. Thank you. I've met these ketchup people before. I just assumed their parents didn't teach them eat proper. I'll have ketchup, but you know, on normal things, traditional things, fish and chips, bacon. But everything, no. Like My mum always adds brown sauce to the beans to give them that little bit more the spiciness to the taste. And I was always like, but Mum, you do know beans have got ketchup in them, right? And you're adding brown sauce to the mix. And she went, you should try it. And she did a fry up one day, and I tried it, and it was actually wasn't too bad. Not something I'd do a lot, but occasionally it's okay. Hey Ray Sims, I'm good, thanks. Hopefully you're okay. Um, yeah, let's not drop that bale either because I'm going to be reversing here. Do you play with the wheel or just keyboard and mouse? I play with the wheel. I used to play keyboard and mouse. I couldn't go back that way anymore. It's yeah. I think once you've gone with a wheel, it's really hard to readjust back to old ways. Good man, yeah. I'm well, thanks. Awesome. That's the main thing. Do you still do I remember the name of the game now. Race Department. Was it Race Department? Do you still do that racing game, Ray? It's been a while since I played that one. And Massive Power Lee's still yet to beat me in that game. Love a good race. Definitely love I kind of miss league racing. Some days I sit here and I'm like, yeah, I should never have retired from league racing, should I? Should have stuck at it. And some of the guys will load up a racing game, race department, a race room. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's been a while for myself. To be honest, I see they have trucks in it now. They do? Okay. That'd be interesting. Truck racing. But yeah, I sit here and some of the guys will load up a racing game, and if I don't own it, I'm like, yeah, should I buy that game and go and join them? I went controller to wheel. Never really did keyboard and mouse for driving and tractor functions. I like the side panel. I can go side panel, but I know there's quite a few people who do have it, and they they swear by them. Welcome to join me in Race Room anytime, mate. Awesome. I'll have to take you up on that offer at some point. I need a good race. But yeah. Yeah, if you haven't checked each other's channels out, you should definitely do that. Raid, you still do a lot of, you do a lot of Euro trucks still, don't you? And ATS. and I know Mr. Farquhar here likes to do some trucking and farm sim as well, amongst other games. You should definitely check each other out. You might find each other's content enjoyable. I voted on the game that we're going to play this Friday for ETS2 because the Christmas jobs are out. Hopefully it wins, and and we can do some trucking. It's rare that we do it now. I find it easier to remember the panel than I do the keyboard. Plus, I set ATS2, and FS functions to the same on the panel where I can. Yeah, thank you very much, bud. You're welcome. Always on the lookout for more content. I'm a bigger to get through it. You see, when I'm not watching people play Farm Sim, which is normally what I tend to watch people play, I sit there watching true crime dramas, but cold cases rather than. My nan kind of, because I grew up with my nan, so my nan was all into Agatha Christie, Miss Marple, Hercule Poirot, and Inspector Morse, and all of that. Binger, yeah. I did get what you meant. I set up dedicated server to keep the lads happy. What's that for? The Euro truck or the trucking or for race room? Yeah, my nan was all into them. So I grew up with my nan and granddad watching. After my granddad passed away, sadly, it was mostly that we'd watch. When my granddad was alive, it was all scientific things like, if it wasn't historic, then it was Star Trek. My granddad was all into history. He was a history buff. Mostly Egyptian stuff. You've been watching a few good crime and court cases of lately. The two I tend to go to for watching on YouTube is let me try and remember their names. Terrible with names. ETS2. I have a server for Race Room 2. Oh, awesome. Hang on, let me do it this way. I open this up, a new browser. Then I can get the names that way because I am really bad. That chapter is one of them, and the other one is the coffee house crime. I always, whenever they put anything out, I watch their newest videos, and when I'm getting tired on a night, I will happily put one of them on their playlist and just listen to them while I'm winding down before bed. And often my partner's had to come down and go, hey, you fell asleep at your computer again listening to that. Oh, did I? Oh, okay. So you're coming to bed? Well, what's the point? It's like 7 o'clock in the morning now, or something stupid like that, between 5 and 7 in the morning. I want so much games-wise. Love sim stuff, racing, but really enjoy survival building gameplay. Often lurk in your satisfactory on an evening. I'll need to have a look. Yeah, the Satisfactory is a good game. Medieval Dynasty is a good game. I'm now being made aware of one that's coming out in February, Wild West Dynasty. That one is looking like a good game, and with Medieval Dynasty going multiplayer, That'll definitely be something. And I don't know if you've ever heard of it, Mr. Farquhar, but Project Zomboid. That one you can play single player or multiplayer, either as on a dedicated server, and you don't have to own a dedicated server. You can set one up for free and have your computer host the dedicated server, so you're not putting out money there or anything. But that one is set up in a way that you are going to die regardless. But when you do die, you spawn in as a new character and you have to get all your traits. I cannot wait for the RoboCop game. I'm a die-hard RoboCop fan. Didn't even know they was doing a RoboCop game. And is it based, which movie is it based off of, or is it just off the whole franchise? Because I know they did a TV series back in the day, didn't they, on RoboCop as well. No, back in, was it SNES? I had it. Terminator 2, the game. Couldn't stop playing that back then. That was back when graphics was definitely very pixelated. But you didn't notice it because, you know, you didn't have anything to compare it to apart from a movie, and, well, now you have to, sometimes you look at a game, watch a person playing a game that you've never seen before, and you go, is this a movie or is this a game? I've done that a few times when somebody's put, when I would watch the highlights for F1, I'd go F1 race highlights and in YouTube, and I'd start watching it and it's like, no, this is a game. This isn't the F1 race highlights. Yeah, it's the original. Peter Well is the voice. Acting, it looks good. It looks great. But he plays there a lot. He plays with a few of his mates. I bought Valhelm to play with them, and they stopped after a few weeks, so I didn't pick up PZ when they asked. Well, there is talk of maybe getting a server for Valhelm on by one of our guys. So if he does, you're more than welcome to join. I know it's limited to 10 people, but at the moment there hasn't been much interest by many people in that game. But you never know; it might become a thing. Might become a thing. If it does, I'll definitely shoot you a message in your direction and give you the server details, so if you ever wanted to join, you could. We are definitely getting a Space Engineers server going again after Christmas, so you're more than welcome. Either of you guys are more than welcome to join if you want. There will be a few mods. One of them was pointed out to me the other day, which makes survival a bit more interesting. There's only a few bales on here. I mean, the mini-map kind of makes it look like there's a gazillion bales on this field. Don't know why I've got the word gazillion in my head just lately. Everything's become a gazillion today. Right, my friend just picked just a quick visit tonight as I caught you on. I have an early start in the morning. You take care, and I hope hopefully catch you again soon. And as I miss no, I didn't miss any. And to Mr. Farquhar, nice chatting. Yep, you take care, Ray, and I'll definitely try and jump into your Discord one of the days, and whenever you're doing race room, and join you in a race one of these days. I only played a little. I think I killed 2 bosses and then looked a fun one. Long term, I played Space Engineers on console. It's like many console parts, so far behind the PC version. Much like 7 Days, it's completely different. I've got 7 Days, never played it. I bought it by accident, to be honest. I was buying it as a gift, and instead of clicking, you know, it was a gift, I clicked on myself, and at that point Steam had stopped the ability to buy things and then for yourself and then gift it to somebody else, as long as you hadn't actually installed it on your computer. And so yeah, I was stuck with the game. But maybe one day. I have been offered to join a server and play with some guys, but I don't know. I watch them play and it doesn't grab me, if you get my meaning. Look after yourself, chap. I dropped a follow on the channel. I'll check the content later. Excellent. Ray does he does survival games as well. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he was doing a survival game when I last saw, which was a while ago. No offense to Ray, it's been a while since I watched any of his content because being so focused on Farm Sim just lately, I just don't watch anything other than Farm Sim and crime dramas at the moment. Need to get out of that bubble, I think. Spread my wings into other content. Maybe I'll find something else that I enjoy. As I get hiccups. Gotta love that. Oh, we've got a little bit here. We may as well pick up, because you never know, we might get a bale. Or finish this bale off. Which we won't, but, you know, you just tell yourself that. No, that's not actually windrow, is it? That's just tufts of grass that we've missed. Oh well. We'll pick that bit up. It'll add 1% to the Vela maybe. Or not. Okay, fine. Don't add a 1%. Be stingy like that. Yeah, he's got a nice mix. Once you've got the sim audience, it's tough to yeah, it is. Colonel Failure built his channel around Transport Fever, and he has a second channel where he plays other games on, and if they're popular then I think he moves them to his main channel. But if they're not popular but he enjoys playing them, then he keeps them on his second channel. And I think that's the way you have to go now. Otherwise view counts drop and it's hard to get them back up. Hi, Mr. Fury. Glad you're on your favourite map. Yeah, yeah. I figured, you know what, I'd play the way it all began for me, you know. And there's a lot of Maypole and Ebony Island being played, and I like watching them being played. I like Mr. Farquhar here. I like watching his series, his episodes on Maypole, and and not so many people doing anything on Riverview, and so I figured I would I'd play Riverview, be something different for me, and so yeah, but um, I know you put a video out earlier, didn't you? On when was it? Was that on Ebony? On Ebony Island? You put an episode out. I haven't watched that vid what map that was yet. I haven't watched the episode yet even. I think it was Ebony. Could be wrong, but my brother and I just had a mod issue last night on here. A mod conflict with, it's not the map, but a mod. Yeah, there's been a few people saying that they've had mods on Mod Hub that have been conflicting with other mods. And the person that I watch is having issues with contracts on Maypole on a dedicated server, and he thought it was a map issue, and the other issue he's been having is when he buys a production point, he goes and delivers anything to it and there's nothing in there. And he obviously doesn't get any money, so his produce just goes to thin air, and he has to go into the XML file in the save game folder by downloading the save game folder off the server, and then edit the placeables XML file to tell it that the node and then the produce that he can take and all that good stuff, and then and set it to his farm ID, because it's not, and it's like, but there isn't, we don't have that issue. I don't know why that's happening. You know, yep, yes, thank you. Yep, sheep dynasty. Yep, the start from spring mod. It made all your fields double marks and made all the contracts grass and baling for months and months. We tried everything. So it's just, I said they, you know, it was either the better contracts mod or the spring mod that I felt was having issues, and because all he's been getting is baling contracts, and he was streaming earlier today on Twitch, and he had a baling contract, no, a feeding contract for grass. Upgradable factories causes issues at the moment. I don't know if he's got that one in. He probably has. But he had a seeding contract, and it was to plant grass on a field, and he asked me if it was originally a grass field, and I'm like, no, that one's an arable field. So I don't know why you're getting a seeding contract for an arable field to be converted to a grass field. I've never had that happen before. And of course, me being me, I was thinking, I better check this to make sure that it's not a map issue. It had me panicking because I don't want to be pulling Maypole apart again, because the version I put out, I want it to be the final version. Same with Riverview. I need to be done with these maps and enjoy the game and not constantly fixing things. And it's not fair on people who are enjoying playing it going, oh, another update. You know, I don't want to be known as the person who keeps throwing updates out and never gets anything fixed, or seems to always be fixing things. I want people to be able to go, yeah, once he's got it all fixed, that's it, he's done with it. And when he puts something out that you know he's going to fix it. It also made the cow pens on the main farm stay permanently fully grown, no matter how many times we mowed it and how it went to fully grown. Okay. They've been having the issue where they roll it and it still, when the next time they go on, it needs rolling again. And I said that they've got the animal grazing mod in, then the animals, if they've got animals in there, will eat the grass. And that's why it's always showing as harvested. No more maypole updates. Yeah, fingers crossed, no more. Definitely not. And the same for Riverview. In fact, it would show withered on my screen, and on my brother's it would show light green growing. It's your map, I promise. It's not your map, I promise you that. Yeah. Well, Hodge, who streams on Twitch, is one of the testers, and he's got maypole on his dedicated server, and we haven't had any issues with production or anything. So it was confusing because the version that he was playing was the version that was prior to the one that just dropped the other day. So it was weird how he was having these issues and we wasn't on that guy's on Hodge's dedicated server. So it was confusing me, and to the point that I did open GE up and I was looking around going, what could it be? Looking in the XML files going, but oh, everything's there. Starting the game and then saving it and then checking the placeables XML file and seeing if all the nodes and everything were there, and it's like, well, everything's showing as being there. I buy it and it's there. He sold the sawmill, and because the sawmill has its own building placed in the map with GE, and then the triggers are the placeable part of that building, he managed to somehow sell the triggers, which removed them off the map, so we just left the building there. And I'm like, how? Huh? You shouldn't be able to do that. In fact, it would show, no, I've already read that one, because we took the mods out and loaded them in vanilla version and all fixed. So it's defo a mod. Okay. That's good to know. But yeah, it's annoying when you get a mod conflict, because then it's which mod is conflicting. Or mod in some cases. Normally it's scripts that are conflicting with each other, but I have seen some people have a couple of maps in their mods folder and they've conflicted with each other, which is interesting. I thought that one had been addressed. That's why I didn't want to go too far back. So I forgot to say, no, don't drop that bale yet. I think we'll get this field baled up and then we'll have to call it, because it's 12:30. And I definitely have an early start in the morning. We have narrowed it down to starting spring or the upgrade factories. Well, I think that sums that one up, because Mr. Farquhar just said the factory one is causing problems. I got to shoot fella, nice chatting again, and good night. Don't fall asleep at your PC. Oh well, I can't guarantee that one. I'll try not to, but no promises. It's more common than I'd like to admit. But yeah, thank you for stopping in, Mr. Farquhar. Definitely much appreciated. Welcome back, CBW, unless you's lurking. You were streaming earlier, CBW? Why didn't I get a notification for that? I'll have to check. Still Twitch that you stream on, isn't it, CBW? You haven't moved to YouTube. Had fun with everyone. You took a wee bit of a nap. Oh, it's okay, don't worry. Funny story. There's a Canadian person that used to watch my videos back before I started streaming, and he said, I watch your videos on a night. Your voice is so soothing, it puts me to sleep. I'm like, thanks. That really helps. I'm glad that you enjoy them, but you don't get to watch them, do you? You like fall asleep through them. So take heart, it's not your maps. Your maps are my all-time favourite, and 0 issues on Ebony so far. Excellent. Yes, sir, I generally try to stream on Sundays. I'll have to put that in my calendar then, so I've got it down. What time do you normally stream from? And then I know if I don't get a notification, search for you. If you streamed not long ago, then that would be, what? Obviously I'm going by UK time here, so 10 o'clock my time, 2 hours ago, something like that, 3 hours ago. It's 9, 10. Which would be, what, about 3 o'clock your time, something like that. 3, 4 o'clock. I can't see anything. Noon Central Time. He gets huge following. Yeah, well, I know, he does good content though, like yourself. I enjoy watching both of you. I try at noon, CST, so about 6 PM UK time. Okay. Yeah. What was I doing at that time? Oh, I was watching a Christmas movie with the kids, so I always get a notification on the phone, but I didn't get one for yourself. So I'll have to see what's going on there. Had I got a notification that you're streaming, I'd have definitely been like, yeah, I'm done watching this movie. I'm going to watch CBW stream. You know, I call that my tree cam. Your tree cam. Well, you gotta have a few tree cams, you know. Fury, you are too kind, just amongst many friends. did he get on in that? Oh, we can't. Well, from here, he looks like he did a good job. I've set Cosplay off to do that field. I'd done a bunch of fields myself. This one and the next one are the ones I done, and then the next field I was like, yeah, I'll see how Cosplay gets on, so I can actually get to baling, show something different on the stream. Otherwise, we'll be here all stream just mowing. Not that I have a problem with mowing. He's one of the only content makers that I let my grandbaby watch alone. Chad is amazing and good for kids. Absolutely. Absolutely. I wouldn't advise letting any kids watch me play. Even if I remain PG through a whole video on a Friday when I'm with the guys, harsh words will definitely come out from myself and other people. You know, you can't control what other people say, so I can't be PG for too long. Something annoys me, it's just there, it's done. Funny enough, I don't have kids that swear, which is good, because I'm really bad. Off cam, I'm a lot worse. I know, which one is it? My eldest son, he watches Chad or CBW, and he's just getting into Farm Sim at the moment. He watches CBW. I pointed him to yourself, Fury, and Mr. Farquhar. I don't know if he's watched any of you guys yet. I know he's watched CBW though. I caught him earlier today, actually watching. No, it wasn't today. Was it? Yeah, it was today. He was watching one of your blogs. It was your blog. Or was it on YouTube? I can't remember. Anyway, he was watching one of yours. And I've given him a list of people that he should watch. People I know who put out good content. But he's 15 and he's autistic. So he does swear. Unfortunately, but when he loses his temper or something, he swears. But just calmly have to tell him, hey, use a different kind of wording when you're frustrated. Not that he ever listens. Facts, but I can watch you, and as long as one of in my family can. Oh no worries, Roy. I slip on my words as well, especially if OBS gives me. Yeah, I haven't had that one. I haven't had that one yet. I've been lucky with OBS, but then I don't have much with OBS going on. I only have it for just streaming. There's no additional features that I'm using on OBS, just the streaming feature. But a friend who used to stream back in the day, OBS and Streamlabs and all that, he was forever having problems with them. And yeah, they're the problems, they just always seem to happen. You could do a private stream, a test private stream, and it'd all be running perfectly fine. Go live and publicly, and something would go wrong. And yeah, Good. Yes, Fury has an amazing and upbeat channel as well, and I am so proud to finally become a member of his channel. When was I found Fury? I think he's doing a map tour, wasn't you, Fury, on one of my maps? And that's how I came across your channel. And I watched a few of your videos on Farm Sim, and that was it. I was like, yep, that's a favourites, and follow him. Thank you. My granddaughter is 12 but has Asperger's, so she acts like a 6-year-old and curses a lot, so I get it, yeah. It's, should I go around? No, I'm not going around picking all the little bits up. I'll be here all day. uh, the, it's, it's just, being calm. That's when people go to me, how do you deal with your son? You know, when he's angry and everything and he's clenching his fists and that, and it's like, how do you deal with him? I just remain calm. Don't show aggression back, and show him that, look, I ain't trying to hurt you or anything or make you feel bad about yourself or anything that you've done, just pointing out that, you know, oh, okay, I'll pull a bit further forward, shall I? Huh? You need that much room. So now, let's see how the other guy gone. So I tend to do some rather large maps. I'm also, so, you know, you 16 times. What's the biggest map in Farm Sim 22 at the moment? 22 times? Okay, you did a really bad job in certain places. I mean, why is there a double line there? Too many. Okay, well, this is not going to be fun to bail, but then again, my mowing wasn't much better, I guess. Get you into the next field already, anyway. Park you right here on the side of this hill because I like parking my vehicles on hills, apparently. I think uh, she had no idea about the internet, so I tried lightly. She jumps and clenches her fists when she gets excited, but CBW is so good to her and talks just right to her. Spring Creek is 16 times or 10 times. It's huge. 64 times out now, but I have been having a blast on Spring Creek, North Dakota, which is 32 times map. Wow. Hey, AD. I have heard of 64 times, but not how true that is, lol. Spring Creek is 32 times, thank you, Chad. Wow. 64 times? I mean, 2 times is a big map when you're making it from nothing. It's a big map area to work from. 4 times is mind-blowing, but 64 times? That has gotta be... That's just crazy. 120-foot header. Away you go. And the fields on there must be huge. I'll have to watch your Spring Creek episode video, CBW, your blog, and see what these field sizes are like. And that's only half the size of the 64 times one, obviously. So the fields on there must be gigantic. Yes, Ebony Island fits inside one of Chad's fields. Yeah. I bet I keep finding myself comparing Rose maps to Six Ashes on FS19. That was my favourite FS19 map, and yes, that is a huge compliment, my friend. What, the Six Ashes map? Who did that? Was that an Auction David map? I didn't I've always... Hey, AD even, sorry. Yeah, FS19, I was working on Maypole, actually. I'd made Maypole at the end of FS17, ready for 19. Then, of course, they changed all the placeable system. And, you know, farms, you could now put things in and remove them. And so I was working on Maypole. And then back on Riverview working on that. And then I was going to stop. And then the friend said, well, if you're going to stop, why don't you do us a favour? Make Maypole the way it should be and make it a 2x map using the whole play area. And so I did. And then we was testing that for towards the end of 19. 500 hours in testing. Oh, but I will look it up. Forgot now. GB modding. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Attingham. Yeah, GB modding. Yeah. He's a good map maker. I think he's bringing that to 22 though. Maybe. Maybe. I can't say for sure. Because he's brought Attingham over. Wondering if he's going to bring Six Ashes over then. So it might be something to keep an eye out for. This is one of the fields that I like. There's a few fields on here where, yes, GB modding, it was one of Mr. Sealy P's favourites as well. My favourite map from 19 was Home World 4X map. Okay, I've never, yeah, then again, like I said, I didn't really pay much attention to what maps was out in 19, so I'd heard of Six Ashes, Chellingham and things like that. I'd heard of them, but and Attingham I'd heard of even. I know for a lot of people they were saying that Attingham in 22 was saying that Attingham was one of their big maps in 19. It came out like right towards the end of 19, didn't it? But there's a few fields on this map that I like to work. This is one of them. So like the undulations in the field. But it always has to auto-save at the wrong moments. I like this field because of the views that you can get from it. I like this field for the river. This field because of the hill within it. A bit of this field, but not much. Mostly up here where you can look over across all of these fields. I don't really work that field very often. And I like working these fields because of the views that you get, especially this one when you're up on the hill looking across. Yes, Attingham was a pretty map as well in FS19. Jeez, look at all those bales in fields. And we've got this one to do, that one to do, that one, and that one. And then all of our baling contracts are done. Oh, the bales are done on them, then we've got to go and pick them all up and take them. Where have we got to take them? Hopefully, please say the same place. Bales to the bale market. Yep, bale market, bale market, bale market, bale market. So all of them to the bale market. Excellent. Just started with my brother Michigan map. It's a good map so far. That one came out. Was it an update that one had recently, or was that one a new draw? Because I know Giants, they did a weird thing the other day when Maypole dropped. They done all the new mods, and then they released the updates after. And normally they do the updates and then they release the new mods after that. See, last night Roy showed every field grass. LOL. It was all green. Hilarious. So every field on here was grass for you because of that mod. Wow. Yes. Yeah, just updated. Uh, I think one of our guys is playing that one, Michigan. Or they downloaded it to play. Um, he likes big fields as well, big open fields. He's not so much into these kind of maps where they're more tight and complicated. I think the original was a guy called Twitter, then Farming Agency, done a Maze Plus version of it. Was a Yorkshire-based map, but hard to get hold of. What was it? A friend BP. His favourite maps were in 17 Aldridge, and in 19 no, in 15 Aldridge, sorry, and in 17 was Drummond. Yes, every single one, Roy. Not a blink of yellow, just green as far as the eye could see. Wow. I've heard of that map. Sadly, my old PC was not very good in with FS 2019, so I didn't get much of a chance to play 4X maps, just a console at the time. You, you, I reckon the next farm sim, I reckon we might see 4X maps come onto console. Don't know why, I just have a feeling that that's the next direction that they're going to take. Because when you look at what Giants have got and where they can go, I think they're getting more and more limited on the direction that they can go. That is definitely a way of selling the game, and I think that's their next move is 4X maps, which would then maybe open the doors to dust crop planes and things like that, which I know is a big thing that people have been asking for, especially in the States and in Australia. And it double labeled your fields. Field 13 became Field 3 and Field 34 became 13. Oh, what, in this view or when you clicked farmlands? Because if you click farmlands, it changes the number because it's the farmland number and that's the field number. So all these are the field numbers, and then when you click farmlands, it gives you the farmland number. So that would be 42, which I don't know why it's down here. It should be up there. Console did have a one Forex map in FS22 briefly. Rambo's Road was released and then taken right off. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, field 4. What? Oh, I guess it centralizes it, doesn't it? That's why, and because that goes around the corner there and down here, it centralizes it. Should be able to pick where that number actually is. That's stupid how that's done. But unfortunately, we can't pick where that number shows. The only way of fixing that is actually separating the breaking this up a bit, and that would require a new save, and I don't want to be doing that. A friend of mine had it. Um, a friend of mine had played it on his PS4 with no problems. Now in map mode, not farmland, I told him go to field 13. He went to field 34. Oh, okay. So in this view, you're having to. Hmm. Okay. So you told him to go to this one by the farm, and he ended up all the way over here. Just the other side of the map. Did you charge him for the wasting fuel? And tell him that he's not getting any pay for that day because he's just blowing all that fuel gain there and wasted a whole chunk of time as well. I hope you did. Yeah, was hilarious for sure. Back in 2017 when we had this on the server, um, it was all painted roads back then because I didn't want to put an actual road in and have markings on the road. Hey mouse, I'll come in. And because I wanted people to, and there was no traffic, so then the player got to choose, well, is it uh, based, near them? Is it a map in America, in Canada, Japan, wherever in the world they could go, this is based there. It was up to the player to decide where they wanted it based. And I I was meant to turn off up here to go to what was then a big field here, and I was following one of our guys, and I went straight past the turning, following, completely ignoring that I'd gone the wrong way, and when he turned into the field, I'm like, oh, hang on, I've gone the wrong way, and yeah, good times. Then the next time I went on, they'd cleared most of this area of trees, and one of our testers parked a car on what was a harbour here, parks it on the roof of the storage shed on the harbour. Painted it pink first, of course, and so you could see it. You definitely wouldn't miss it. Uh, so all of them are wheat fields ready to go in soon. They will be ready this year, actually, won't they? Calendar, that one. Because we planted them after we did the harvest, which you start there. So I, yeah, and I planted them there. So they'll be ready here in September, maybe. Or will they be ready in July? I don't know. It'll be my first year using this first full year using this GEO. I think we should get time wasted money. LOL. Absolutely. You should. I used to do it all the time with when we was playing multiplayer with BP. Um, if I was late, we'd use the excuse that we'd been down to the bakery and got something to eat because he was doing a role play. So me and Moondog would be, yeah, we were, we dropped into the bakery, and so he added into the storyline that the people at the bakery was told that they wasn't allowed to sell us anything, and that we shouldn't be driving through the village with our tractors anyway, our dirty tractors. So yeah, we got told off. And then it allowed me to spawn on top of him. Literally, he said, "Where are you?" I said, "Field 34 with you," and I was on top of him. Really? Wow. That's that's an interesting one. Yeah. If I buy this field, I'm definitely not changing it. I won't be flattening them mountains. They will stay. I like this field. This is one of my favourite ones. Right, well, Them floating over there, Ben. No, they're not. It's the grass bank. Okay. Thought them hedges was floating over there. I was going to say, please don't be floating. Don't want to be in that vehicle either. I want to be at the farm. That way. I have a few straw bales and a few hay bales. Okay. I'll have to look into that. How many eggs have we got outside now? One full pallet. And then 3, 6, 9, 11 bale and 11 pallets inside there. That's nicely stocking up for winter when we sell them, isn't it? Oh, I did add a mod in, which I want to try, which I wish Giants had actually gave us. No, not that one. That one. The Rosal Mash 161. It's the one with the combine header. Or the combine header, the header trailer built into the header. Or the trailer built into the header even. Get your words correct. That one, I think, is a must. And I don't know why Giants never gave us that, because it's only 9 meters compared to the base game ones 22, where they're, you know, huge. This one was perfect for maps like this and Maypole. Well, it is what it is, I guess, but okay, just the wheel brands. 2 types, okay. See it there. Wheel brand, wheel setup. Has that always been different? That hasn't been. Isn't this normal, is it? Wheel brand and wheel setup. Oh, okay, it is. Let's see. Why? Hmm. That might be something. I should check my log, shouldn't I? But maybe not in here because I've got writing all over the place. There we go. Not there we go. There we go. Down to the ground. Be easier. What's that fan collision free? Okay. Noticed that one a lot with the animals just lately, the spawns. I think that's because of the easy devs console. Because you can do, I'm sure you can turn them off with that. So normally I only have that mod in for testing, and so that one will have to be removed. I don't need it. It'll do that outside of the, because that'll take forever. And just search for warnings and errors and see if there's anything in the log. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to end it there. And I said I'd only go 2 hours, and it's been an extra 45 minutes. It's been fun talking to you all, and much appreciated that you all dropped in. And hopefully I'll do another stream. I don't know when, but, or what game. It could be Medieval Dynasty, but it could also be Farm Sim. We'll see. But when we do come back to Riverview, it'll be carrying on from where we are right now, and getting them bales sorted. Yeah, you should definitely go and check each other out. CBW, Fury, Mouse, good streamers. good content on their channels. Definitely go and watch them. And CBW is on Twitch and on YouTube, aren't you, CBW? Got videos on YouTube. Yeah, you should go and watch them all and follow and you know, all that good stuff. But for me, I need to go and get some sleep before I have the partner coming down going, "You're still awake?" You know you gotta be up early in the morning. So